Good morning and welcome to Williams Dog Training Company. We're here today with Fred and Simba, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today is Simba's ability to understand and respond to his obedience commands, the corrections and motivations that we give him while we're working with him, and the training equipment that we're using. Fred is using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and he's going to keep the bulk of that leash folded neatly in his right hand, leaving his left hand free to give the correction. The correction that we give is a tug and let go on the training collar, which is the second piece of equipment that we're using. Simba's been fitted with his own personal training collar, and we'll show you how to properly use this during your one-on-one lesson. As you can see, Simba is seated very nicely on Fred's left, which is where all our obedience training is done. The first command they're going to demonstrate is heeling, which is proper walking on a leash, and they're taking off doing that now. The command you want to use for this is Simba heel, and you just start walking and Simba will fall in line on your left-hand side. And we've also incorporated an automatic sit, as you saw right there. Whenever Fred stops his feet, Simba will sit. There's another one. It's important that Simba walks nicely on your left-hand side. He shouldn't pull ahead or lag behind. If he starts to pull ahead, you say no, give him a tug and let go correction, and then you tell him to heel again. There's another sit. And the next exercise we'll demonstrate is the stay command, which is the hand and voice command. Fred will use the open flat of his left palm an inch or so from Simba's muzzle and the one-word command to stay. He walks out to the end of the training leash. It's a great exercise to build up self-control in Simba. You want to start practicing this one at about a minute and work your way up in increments to about 3 minutes. When Fred returns back to Simba, he'll walk all the way around him, providing an added distraction as he goes behind him, and right back to that left-hand side heel position. Simba remains seated throughout. Fred gives him a little praise, and they take off heeling again. We'll show you a little more of that heel sit and stay. There's an automatic sit there. And then come back around, he's going to give him the stay again. Back out to the end of the training leash. This time, instead of returning back to Simba, he'll demonstrate the comma recall command. You call him in using his name in a nice voice. He comes in, sits in front of you. And then the finish, which you heel him around the back and right back to your left-hand side heel position. After he shakes it out, he sits. So Fred will demonstrate one more time. Leave him in a sit stay. Out to the end of the leash. He started to break it. You repeat the command. Calls him into him. He comes in, sits in front. And then the finish again, where you heel him around the back of you and right back to your left-hand side heel position. Nicely done. And they take off heeling again. It's a good time to remind you want to practice all your commands with Simba to keep them fresh in his mind, about 15 to 20 minutes a day. You can practice your commands indoors or outdoors and just incorporate the commands into your daily routine. And we'll show you our down commands. The first will be down from a heel position. Fred will use the open flat of his left palm straight down to the ground and the one-word firm command to down. He then gives him a stay and back out to the end of that training leash. It's another great exercise to build up self-control in Simba. Start practicing this one at about 3 minutes and work your way up in increments to about 5. When Fred returns back to him, he'll walk all the way around him as he did on the sit stay, and right back to that left-hand side heel position. Simba remains down throughout, and they take off heeling again. We'll show you that down command one more time when they come back around. He gives him the down again, and a stay, back out to the end of the training leash. This time he'll demonstrate that comma recall command right out of the down. Calls him in using his name, and comes in, sits nicely right in front, and then the finish, you heel him around the back to get right back to your left-hand side heel position, and he sits nicely. We'll give them a second to get lined up for our final command, which will be down from a distance. Now if Simba breaks any of your commands, the first word out of your mouth should be no, followed by a tug and let go correction, and then you want to repeat your command. This will be down from a distance, leave him in a sit stay, walk out to the end of the training leash. It's the only time you're going to use your right hand to give the command, and Fred will drop him into a down.
No.
There. And then he'll return back to him once again by walking all the way around and right back to that left-hand side heel position. Alright. And now we're also going to introduce another dog to show you how Simba can behave properly when on a leash and another dog is around. So you'll see Chrissy and Maisie coming into your picture here. And Simba staying in his sit, listening to his trainer. And they're both just going to heel around a little. and gives him a stay, even with another dog present. He turns back to him, heels him right away from the other dog.
Down.
You see he'll look over at the other dog, but he still listens to all his commands in the presence of another dog. Fred puts him into a down and gives him the stay.
Simba, come. Good
Calls
boy.
him in.
Simba here.
And then heels him around and show you that finish once again. Alright, we've demonstrated for you the obedience commands we've worked on with Simba here at school. It's been a pleasure working with Simba, and we thank you again for choosing Williams Dog Training Company as your personal dog trainer.